Hey, Greg Moulton here from Matrix Motion Fitness Studios. I just want to take the opportunity to go through our exercise of the week. This is just something you guys can work on at home. They're all pretty easy, require minimal equipment. I'm fortunate enough to have the use of an ISOFIT. I am one of 3 facilities in all of Canada to be able to have access to this. This is an isometric strength training system. A lot of the exercise that we'll be going through will be based off of isometrics because they're very simple for you to do at home. I will show you an alternative in terms of if you're not having access to this, a way that you can do it easily enough with minimal equipment at your own house. So the first thing we're going to look at, most people have a lot of tight hamstrings. So the muscle coming in the back of your leg. A lot of times, from traditional exercise standpoints, you're going to focus on stretching out that tightness. We're going to take a bit of a different approach to that today. I want to actually focus on the opposite end of the spectrum. So if your hamstring is feeling tight as you're lifting the leg and it's restricting you from getting there, well, what could potentially be stronger to help pull you further into that position? And so that gives us a chance to look at our hip flexors and come into our quads a little bit. So I'm just going to lay down here just to give you an idea as to what's going on. If I'm just laying down on my back, I can lift one leg, keeping my knees straight. That's about as far as I can lift that leg, and I do get that tightness in the back of my hamstring. Lifting my right leg, roughly the same, still get that tightness in the back of my leg though. So from this point, I'm just going to shift myself up a little bit. I'm going to lift my leg up into the bar here, keeping my knees straight as best as I can. I'm trying to push further up into that hip flexion position. I'm just holding that, so I'm contracting my hip flexors, coming into my quads. Hold that for roughly 5 to 10 seconds or so. You can lower that back down. We'll stick with the same leg. Pushing it again. Again, another 5 to 10 seconds. You'll feel that muscle really contracting through there. You're trying to keep the knee straight as best as you can. You don't want to let that buckle at all. You're trying to keep that straight as you're pushing through. Coming back down. We're going to repeat that 3 to 5 times. Now just as an idea here, so I only held it twice. My hip flexion has already improved to the point where I'm able to get to that bar from a position where I wasn't able to at the beginning. So we've managed to engage my hip flexors and my quadriceps a little bit better, has increased my hip flexion without getting that same pull in my hamstring. As you can see, my right side, I'm still having a hard time getting to the bar. My left side, I can get there no problems now. So it'd just be a matter of going through the same thing for my right leg to improve both sides. Now, if you're at home and you don't have access to something like this, you can easily enough, let's do this for my right leg. So bring yourself up, place your hand on the top of your thigh, and you're just going to push your leg up into your hand, and you're going to use that as your brace. So same thing, lower the leg back down, come back up. Pushing into your hand again, engaging the hip flexors as best as you can. Back down. So again, there's just 2 holds. Same idea. I'm now able to get that leg right up into the bar. My range of motion has increased, not through stretching my tight hamstrings, but through activating a bit more of a weakness through my quadriceps. So that's your exercise of the week. Give it a try. See how it helps you.